from MetLife Stadium.
Hello, welcome back to another NFL season prediction video. This time, I'll be going over the New York Jets. Last year, the New York Jets under new head coach, Todd Bowles, whatever, had a fantastic season, both defensively and offensively, with Ryan Fitzpatrick leading the way on offense. And they only just missed out on the playoffs due to losing the last game of their season to the Buffalo Bills. This season, the Jets look to continue that and hopefully actually make the playoffs. So, let's start off with the quarterback situation just really quick. I'm going to be assuming for this season that when I wrote this, I was assuming Ryan Fitzpatrick did play every game. So, we're going to keep that in mind, but I am going to change up a couple things when I get to my bold predictions. So, keep in mind, this is if Ryan Fitzpatrick were to play all of these games. So, their first win of the season will come against Buffalo. Again, I think that the Jets' defense is far better than the Bills' offense, and their front four will be able to terrorize Tyrod Taylor throughout the game.
Here's the handoff, and that picks up 3.
Then, your next win will come against the Baltimore Ravens. I feel like the Jets' defense is very good, and it will keep Joe Flacco, off balance and all that fun stuff, and he won't be able to get into a proper rhythm. And the Jets' offense will capitalize against a not-so-great Ravens defense. Their next win will come against the Cleveland Browns. If you haven't watched the Browns video, go watch it.
Show some courage. Don't worry about what's in front of
and
the quarterback will take
you'll get a slightly more in-depth reasoning on why I think the Browns are going to be awful.
First down.
I'm sorry.
10.
I mean, why they're going to lose this game.
Watkins has got it on a pass.
Their next win will come against the Miami Dolphins. I feel like the Dolphins, overall under a new head coach, are not going to be able to compete with some of these better teams in the AFC East and the AFC in general. So I'm going to say that the Jets will win this game easily. Their next win will come against the Los Angeles Rams. Los Angeles Rams will have a good front four, not really front seven. Their linebacking core is not great. And after that, that team does kind of fall off. They lost to North Jenkins, so they don't really have someone in the defensive backfield. Excuse me, I don't know if I might pick that up. But I say that the Jets overall have a better team, and they will beat the Rams. So, entering the bye week, the Jets will have 5 wins. Exiting the bye week, they will take a win against New England. I say the Jets will take this win based around the fact of their defense. I think the Jets finally kind of exercise those demons against New England and will beat the Patriots finally due to a phenomenal defensive effort by the front seven and Darrelle Revis leading a somewhat weak secondary. Then they'll take a win against the Indianapolis Colts. Again, kind of the same deal with some of these other things. The Colts defense isn't very good, and I feel like whoever they start at quarterback will, oh my goodness, sorry, will be able to keep that team in that game, and will pretty much be able to easily pick apart a weak Colts secondary. Next to win against San Francisco. San Francisco will not be a very good team. I feel very strongly about that. And I just think that San Fran will not be able to get past a top-level Jets defense. Then a win against the Miami Dolphins, same reasons as earlier, and a win against the Buffalo Bills, again, same reasons as earlier. So that would be the Jets' 10th win of the season. They will take losses to Cincinnati Bengals in Week 1, The Bengals are a very well-rounded team. They have everything they really need to have, and I think that will show as they will beat the Jets in what could probably be the game of the week in Week 1. Then a loss against Kansas City. I think that Kansas City's defense will be able to keep them in the game even without a very good, top-tier guy named Justin Houston. I think the Kansas City defense will be able to win them this game.
Sooner or later, they gotta
Next, the Seattle Seahawks. I say Seattle wins this game. Again, based around a very good defensive effort. And also, the Seattle offense is pretty darn good, and I feel like they'll be able to make the Jets defense struggle. Same thing with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Offensively, strong team. Defensively, kind of weak. I can honestly see this being a shootout. The Pittsburgh's offense getting the edge late. And their last loss before the their last loss before their bye week will come to the Arizona Cardinals. Arizona is a top-level team. They are the most well-rounded team in the NFL, in my personal opinion. And I think that Arizona can beat the Jets pretty easily. So, the Jets entering their bye week will be 5-5. Exiting the bye week, they will lose one game, and that is to New England in Week 16. I don't feel strongly enough about this Jets team to say that they can sweep New England. It's Tom Brady. He's clutch, and I think he'll win this game to give the New England Patriots their division crown. So at 10-6, the New York Jets will make the playoffs as the 6th seed in the second place in the AFC East. I didn't know where I was trying to go there. So, number 2 in the AFC East, they will make the playoffs as the 6th seed at 10-6, beating out another 10-6 team in the Denver Broncos. So, let's move into my bold predictions. I do bold predictions for every single position group: quarterback, running back, wide receiver, sometimes including tight end, if I cannot think of a good one for tight end or wide receivers. Defensive line, linebackers, defensive backs. No punters, no kickers, no offensive line, because not enough people care about those positions to have them warrant a bold prediction. Starting with quarterback, whoever starts at quarterback will have a decent season, whether it be Geno Smith or Ryan Fitzpatrick, but I'm actually going to say that the Jets sack up and don't sign Ryan Fitzpatrick, and Geno Smith will lead them to a playoff spot. And he'll have a decent season in the meantime, throwing less than 10 interceptions and winning them at least 2 games all on his own. Next, running back, I'm going to say that Matt Forte will have 2,000 yards from scrimmage, going back to that season a couple years ago where he was, an all-pro. He will have about, I'm going to say 1,300 rushing yards, and will have somewhere close to 700 receiving yards. A wide receiver, I'm going to say Eric Decker will have a better season than Brandon Marshall.
Penalty is, of course, going to be accepted by the defense. Second down here.
I'm going to say Eric Decker will have a better season than Brandon Marshall. Not by much, but statistically, Eric Decker will have an overall better season. On the defensive line, Muhammad Wilkerson will not be traded or whatever they're thinking of, and will play phenomenally, finishing in the top 5 in sacks with 15. You can't tell, I totally thought of that number on the spot.
He was looking over the middle. This frustrating first half continues, Phil. It appears that the
linebackers. Every single player that is considered a linebacker for the Jets will start a game. This team has a lot of issues at linebacker. I feel like after Darren Lee, they kind of do lose a lot of depth. After Darren Lee and David Harris, this team does lose a lot of depth, and I say that either due to injury or underperformance, every single player that the Jets can, they will start at linebacker at one point.
Henderson's there to make the stop. The
And
Bills
last defensive back,
signal for the
Darrell
timeout.
Revis will have his
And
best
that's the first
season
one
in a
they've
long
used.
time, recording 5 interceptions,
Taylor's all by
60
himself in
tackles,
the
and
backfield
have
for
2
this
forced
snap.
fumbles.
He'll take the snap from the gun. Look at that concentration as he makes the grab. That timeout
So,
by the offense.
the New York Jets will make the playoffs, and they will play an eventual division champion who has yet to be named. Or I've yet to do a video on, I guess I will say. And I think I only have like 16 teams left to do
The
at this
offense
point.
is set at the line for the first down after that completion. Taylor's standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap.
Yeah, about 15.
And it's knocked down.
So, coming up next will be the Detroit Lions. Detroit in their first season in the post-Calvin Johnson era.
The Jets
Let's see
defense
how they do.
brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel.
So,
Taylor's
for now,
got it in
this
the
is
gun.
J-Wax signing
No
off.
separation at all.